Welcome back to the channel. I'm Crypto Trend Trader, and today we're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin. But before we get started, I'd like to remind you it's not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. These markets are extremely volatile, so please trade at your own risk. We have Bitcoin here on the 4-hour, and just like we were discussing yesterday, we basically have been forming out this descending triangle. We're coming down here, and we had broken out of the smaller pattern, just like we were talking about. The smaller triangle was completing. We were coming to the end. We had gotten the fake out, which was essentially them market makers trying to push the price up higher, failing to do so, and then it sells off back below the downsloping resistance, and then that's a big warning sign. When you see a big wick like that, it's typically going to be like price reversal, because what happens is they're squeezing out all the shorts here, hitting the stop losses, and then you'll see it consolidate around here, and you never get a good chance again to enter a short position. That's it. They try one last pump or fake out at the end here, and when that fails, it's immediate dump down. And you'll see again, that's a topping out pattern, candlestick pattern right there. When you see two candles like that with wicks almost the same area, and one's green going up and the next one's red coming down, it almost always means a reversal. And you'll see it both ways. You'll get it at the bottom of a pattern or at the top of a pattern. But so when that dropped down, we did just like we were discussing yesterday. We did come down here to the fib circle almost perfectly. We've been respecting these very well. As soon as we came down to it, it caught us and picked us up, and we've been able to kind of just hold on it so far. And we did come all the way down and touch the 236 of our Fibonacci retracement that we had set up here. So when we bounce up off that, we're expecting to get a little boost back up to the 382 of the larger pattern that we've been respecting. And when that gets denied, we're expecting a rejection off that point or somewhere in that very near area, and then it's going to come on down here. And when it comes on down, we should get a bounce here again at our next fib circle, which is 92.15, and that's going to put us down here following this same support line that we've been taking down and heading us straight to our target. So what we have developing with the Elliott wave is we had our A, B, C wave down. So we had the AB equals CD, and I'm sorry, it was AB, C, D. So we had the AB equals CD coming down here. So on the C wave, what we're going to get is a 5-wave retracement on the way down. So we're going to get 1 down to here, 2 is the retracement off of that wave. The third wave is going to be the largest. It's going to come on down all the way to the bottom of the triangle here that we have, and then the fourth wave from there. Man, Brave is having a rough time over here. And then the next point from there is going to be our bounce back up like we were discussing to touch the 382, and then come down and put in our final bottom here around September 16th roughly, and around the 8500 range. And then we think from there we can see how this reacts on the bottom. If it breaks out the bottom, we can expect lower prices at least to the 618 at 7300. If it does in fact hold support here, which you do expect it to do, we could even get essentially a double bottom off of this point and then a bounce up here, and then it could potentially break out. We could put in a lower high again and then fall out. We could put in a new high and break to higher prices. But one thing that I notice is if this does end up playing out how I have it right now, we have 1 peak, 2 peak, and if this one ends up coming up and we get a 3rd peak, that's 3 falling peaks or 3 descending peaks. And typically what happens is that is 1, 2, 3, and then the dump. So we're going to have to see how this plays out. It's still a little early to tell, but so far we've been doing pretty well. We're definitely expecting this fib circle to continue to get respected. I mean, it's been basically nailing all of our targets for support and resistance. And again, we nailed it on the dump over here as well, exact area that it consolidated at. But again, I'm not seeing any strength here. It looks to me like we're going to continue to dump. So I don't see any reason at this point in time that it's going to come up. If it does, if we do get a bounce, I think our maximum target is going to be around 10,000. I don't even think we'd be able to make it that high, but we potentially could bounce that high. But I just wouldn't expect it. Typically what you want to do is when you're on a trend, you want to trade with the trend. So if you're in a trend like this and you're moving up, you don't want to trade the down moves. You want to trade the up moves. And if you're in a larger trend and you're moving down, You don't want to trade the little bounce up here necessarily. You want to trade the big move down. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the bigger portion of the move. So a lot of people thought we were going to break back out here and go higher. It was very obvious we were going to come down here just like we did. So now we'll see how this one plays out as well, and we'll be back with some more updates, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for checking us out today. This is Bitcoin Technical Analysis on the 4 Hour. I'm Crypto Trend Trader, signing off.